Good evening, everyone, and welcome to UBETS monthly meeting for our members. So my name is Jacques Laurent, and I'm the Technology Services Director for UBETS and Funder One. I want to welcome everyone to our monthly UBETS general meeting. This meeting is particularly targeted towards our members. The last meeting we had, there were many members that were concerned with the length of the meeting. So today what we have done is we've shortened the meeting so that it will last. So probably about 7:15, we should wrap up and be done. So that everyone can go about their activities and take care of the kids and whatever else they need to do for the rest of the evening. A large amount of your chats that came through to us last time and subsequently questions that came after the meeting from many of you had to do with funding, particularly funding projects. So today's presentation will discuss that particular topic. So what we're asking you is to please continue to provide us your question in the chat room, and we'll do our best to address as many as we can as time permits. But please be mindful that as we address them, we're going to try to condense them into groups so that we're addressing those things. So as we continue with the meeting, we're going to have on our panel, we have our COO, which is Seth Celestin. We have a blockchain expert, which is Abi Ashwal. I hope I didn't bastardize his name. So Abi, forgive me if I messed it up. But the other person, which you probably are familiar with by now, is Matthew Daniel, who's our marketing director. And then, of course, you have myself, Jacques Laurent, who will be moderating the meeting. So please set your attention to our COO, our Chief Operating Officer of Funder One and UBETS Coin, Seth Celestin.
Thank you, Jacques. And we are very, very, very excited of this meeting here. And as usual, before we start, we'd like to say a couple words of prayer. And I'll do the prayer. Father God, we thank you for favor. We thank you for wisdom. We thank you for opportunities. We thank you for your love. We thank you for your grace. As we all on the call right now, we ask you to give us the favor that we need. In the name of Yeshua. Amen. Okay, this is, like I just mentioned here, this is, today is very excited. I'm very excited for this meeting. I couldn't wait to have it because we have Mr. Hashwall, is a blockchain expert, and he's going to be talking to us this evening. Now, what we're going to try to do is every month at our meeting, we're going to try to bring a member from our board, whether it's a member of our board or somebody who wants to talk with us about different topics. We're going to try to cover that for our members. So our members know exactly where we are as far as our projects. Now, it is important for us to understand that where we are closer than we have been for the past couple of years. Now, a lot of our members, the new members, new members, they just came in and they already purchased their actually tokens. Some of them are ready to go, some of them are not. And right now or tonight, what we're gonna do is having Mr. Daniel to be going over the investors and all the plans that we have going forward. And also we have Mr. Hashwall that are going to be taking care of some of the, he's going to be also talking about some of the investors. Some of you probably already heard him talking about investors to Mr. Daniel already. So that's what the meeting is about tonight, to give us, give everybody an update of where we are and as how we're going to move forward with this platform here. Because one of the key things that we have on this platform is to create liquidity and eliminate debt, which means at the end of the day, once your project is funded, you will end up with no debt on whatever asset that you have, which is mainly your house. So that's the plan that we have. That doesn't change. That will not change. In fact, we have so many investors right now that are very interested in our platform because there is no other tokenization platform that actually does the tokenization through the courthouse, through the county recorders, and then blockchain. This is a combination that nobody has out there in blockchain or in cryptocurrency. So that's why we are unique. And our message is clear to our investors. So now they feel more comfortable to move forward with us. So to really start right now, we're going to have Mr. Hashwal is going to be talking about blockchain and some investors that you already have contact with to come into UBETS and Funder One. Mr. Hashwal, you have the mic.
Thank you so much, Sid. It's an opportunity to be here and speak to all of you. It's been over quite a few months, a journey we have. And I feel like what I bring on the table is sustainability and youngness, which can propel this to the next level. We have a fantastic platform. People understand what it is trying to do. At the same time, they believe in it. And it's not like they believed it just yesterday. They have been believing it since over 2 years now. So it is time that we deliver. It's time that we give to them what they have been waiting for past 2 years. And that is what I'm in this for. With Matthew and I, we will be presenting our investor deck to all the investors. We have few investors already lined up. We were supposed to have that meeting yesterday, but things did not align. But we're going to have that meeting first thing tomorrow morning. And with SED's oversight, I think funds will come in, and it will come in at big chunk. So everybody's project can be funded within a matter of week. And that's what we are hoping for. And regarding my background, guys, so I'm hoping you guys have already Googled my name. So most of you will find me online. And I work for Sera Technologies, and they're a blockchain development company based out of San Diego. We have an office here in Oakland as well, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we create smart contracts, decentralized apps. We created exchange platforms, we tokens, we write on various platforms based on the industry needs. You know, there is Tezos, there is Tron, there is Hedera, there is various out there which can help us create those decentralized apps. And it satisfies our purpose, which is the helping the community and at the same time being transparent. So right now, what we have is everything is ready to go. All we need is make sure that we get projects in, deliver it, and go to the next one. And that's what we are trying to achieve right now. And when it comes to technology, ask me any questions, I will answer it on the spot. There will be never an instance where I'll be telling you guys, oh, I have to Google this or research this, and then I'll come back to you. Ask me anything about smart contract. Ask me anything about the new technology which is coming inside blockchain, or the new coins which came out, which is the DeFi coins. A lot of people don't know what DeFi coins are, but that they are mainly designed to disrupt financial industry. And these DeFi coins are very volatile. So today you get up, you buy a DeFi coin, it will be a couple of cents. But next morning you get up, it's $9. But then 3 nights later, it's again a couple of cents. So it's like, you know, it's running like 10 miles in 10 minutes. And you have that heart attack. You're like, whoa, I just made so much money. But then next morning, you're like, it's gone. So DeFi coins are like that. There's a DeFi Yearn Finance, which started at 5,000, went all the way to 40,000, and right now it's back to 15,000. So imagine that. Same goes with Chainlink. Chainlink is one of the best tokens for DeFi coins because it came early, it served the purpose, and it reached $20. Now it's again hovering between $7, $8, and $12. But these tokens needs to serve purpose. Some of the banking industry, some of the banking functionality need to adopt them. If any token you bring out in the market, if there is no adoption, no matter how great the technology is, no matter how great the platform is, and no matter how great a purpose it is serving or it is planning to serve, if there is no adoption, It's not going to go anywhere. And you guys all are very lucky that you guys have adopted UBETS, and there are, over 13,000 members, and they are following us. So that means adoption is there. There is no way you will lose money in UBETS. At the same time, you cannot for 1 second even think that you cannot trust this platform. That is already proven. It's already proven right now. And there are more than 7,000 tokens in the market and counting. If you just look at Ethereum side, there are more than 270,000 tokens. How do you differentiate yourself from that? It's just by adaptation. You adopt, you believe in it, you see the entire platform, look at the board, look at their background, where do they come from? If there is credibility in their life, there's credibility on the platform, period. Nobody's asking you to just believe it blindly. Look at it. It's there. They have a proven record. So thank you so much, Seth, for giving me this opportunity to share my 2 cents from the technology side of it. And I hope to serve you guys in future and now. Thank you.
Thank you, Hamid. And now we have Mr. Daniel. He can actually talk to us in length about the platform, give you all the good news, because within the last few days, we have a lot of good news coming up to the platform. And Mr. Daniel, as the marketing director, he will be able to give us detail, all the detail that we all need when it comes to UBETS Fund One Capital going forward. Mr. Daniel, you have the floor.
Very good. Thank you, Sid. Thank you, Jacques, and thank you, Abhi, for giving us an overview on blockchain. I know there's always so much to talk about in this space. It's hard to cover any one topic at any given time with all the advancements entirely in blockchain. But thank you, everybody. Again, my name is Matthew Daniel with Funder One UBETS. Thank you for joining us again on Sunday. For us, some of us it's 3 o'clock, some of us it's 6 o'clock, and for everybody else around the world, whatever time you are, zone you're in, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Lots of good things happening since we last talked a month ago. I know there's a lot of questions pending around getting projects funded. Believe me, that is the priority for us as well. So, one thing that we are going to do is start going into a little bit more depth with you guys to let you know exactly what's going on, because you're part of the company, right? So, as far as investors, what we're working on, me and Abhi are working on a designated group of investors together. That is a huge strength in Abhi's corner, and bringing in some very intellectual investors in the space that understand from end to end blockchain, cryptocurrency, exchanges. Most importantly, they understand projects that make money. And that's what Funder One's all about here, is helping people make money and helping people get homes, right? So we're identifying more and more investors that understand the entire process. Again, you guys know, we know we're doing something different. This is completely different. Nobody's ever done a funding model like this. And good things don't come easy. Good things come with challenges. And boy, I'm telling you, we've all stuck in there, and we've crawled to the top of the mountain, and the peak is just right around the corner. I feel it. I've been with a lot of different projects, and there's so much momentum going into this, guys. So we really appreciate your patience as we're rolling in here. So as far as investors, we have many investors lined up. Again, with Abhi's connections, we have quite a few lined up. We have some big players out of Manhattan that I've dealt with in the past, from 2012 on. They're big, huge commercial investors that are looking to partner with us through a portfolio. So we're very excited to start bringing them to the table. We're figuring out how to work together as far as numbers. So that's a deal that we're looking very closely to close here. We're also closing in a deal with a very big name in the Atlanta, Georgia area. We'll reveal his name here in the next couple of weeks, but right now he is, we're keeping him as a silent investor into the company. He has the potential as far as outreach to celebrities and sports, professional sports players to boost us in a different direction that we originally didn't think of having people interested in our project. And he would play as a huge ambassador of our company as far as exposure and in bringing in new type of investors. And we're very excited to start that conversation with him. Me and Sed started talking with him last week. So I'll be looking to reveal that name as soon as we tighten up a couple more things with him, but I'm very excited there. We have another big player coming out of Arizona, which is a over $100 million potential investor, which is music to all of our ears. He wants to put together a potential funding model with us where we have a partner agreement where it is pretty much a line of funding into our project, and like a credit line of funding into our project for everybody that is a member. And that would pretty much solve any issues that we had in capital. And we know we're going to get these type of players, but again, for us, we want the right people that we're working with, right? I mean, I always tell people we've had money on the table, but not all money is good money, guys. And everybody, they put a penny in front of you, you think it's a good one. It's not. We want people that we want long-term relations with, that we share the same vision. That's number one thing, is everybody has to share the same core value and understanding in what we're doing. And, not to say we're picky, but we want to make sure that, we do have a lot of those check boxes of core value filled out with our investors that we're looking to bring in. So we are finally getting a lot of those people that understand us from end to end, and they're all in with us, right? So those are the ones that we're working on. So of Arizona, we also have some investors coming out of California as well that we're in deep discussions with. Again, they're more traditional commercial real estate investors, and they are very excited as they're going through the due diligence process with us, so that they can understand how that they can be a partner in entirely and understand what we're doing. And one thing that maybe we haven't said is, look, guys, you're hearing us talk about investors, right? We do have an opportunity for people to come in and invest into this project entirely. So if anybody, even on this video, is looking to, take their interest level up into investing into this business, please, drop us an email, info@funderone.com. Let us know. We'd love to reach out to you and give you a little bit more details on, a partnership agreement that we're looking to close there. So, so you guys can hear, we got a lot of momentum going into the next month. That we're looking to close some pretty serious money here. So again, I know a lot of you have questions surrounding that. It's obviously a big part of our model is funding. We've had additional funds come in, which we started putting all towards projects. And as more capital comes in, guess what? All that capital that comes in goes directly into the projects. Every cent that comes in from investors goes into your guys' projects. So let me be clear about that. So we are just as, I don't want to say impatient. We are being patient. We want you guys to be patient, but believe me, it's our priority. So I just wanted to make that everybody clear, because I know there's going to be questions around that. So, so let's see. What's the next thing to cover here? I do have some notes here, guys. There's a lot of things I wanted to cover here. So let's see. So again, as soon as funding comes in, we will start working with our members again to start closing the homes together. That is our priority. We're very excited to start that process going into November. It's going to be huge for all of us. Okay. So again, thank you guys for your patience there. Some other big announcements that, for all those that are following us, we did launch on a new exchange. It is called P2P B2B, which is, it's a funny name, right? But peer-to-peer, business-to-business. Peer-to-peer, business-to-business is a big exchange. They launched in 2018. They do roughly about 300 to 700, 300 to 700 a million a day in volume. They also are a full KYC exchange. So anybody from the United States and other parts of the world that aren't so favorable for being allowed to use an exchange, if you pass their KYC, then you're allowed to trade on there, which for us, the majority of our members and the majority of our coin holders currently right now are from the US, right? So we wanted to make the ease of process for you guys as low as easy as possible. I know, for us, our first exchange was Binance Dex, and that shows a little bit of a more advanced trading, right? So it's proposed a challenging situation, which I'll get into here a little bit shortly about what we're doing to ease that. But our step with P2B, B2B is again to make sure that it's completely KYC, so there's no issue of anybody getting involved with trading on there. So that's huge for us, So for those that haven't started buying our coin, not members, but are looking to buy additional coin and start trading, please, this is the time to do it. Our coin was just listed. Our marketing just started going out over the weekend. So, our volume is going to start going up serious next week. So this is the time to do it. If you're looking to get in and start buying some additional coin, we started putting in sell orders over the weekend as well. So that's all available for people. If you know anybody that's interested in UBETS or friends or family or people that in crypto, do let them know that we are now on P2B, B2B. And even if you guys are looking to do, maybe even a referral program with us, please let us know. Do give us some feedback either in our social or directly at info@funder1.com. If you're interested in doing a referral program with us, we are thinking about putting that together for our members as well. So that is something that we'd love to hear some feedback on. So as far as additional marketing, to give you guys a little bit of insight, we've put together our first huge media blast for being listed on P2B, B2B. Again, we're listed with both Ethereum pairing and Bitcoin pairing, okay? We have aggregated and put together a huge listing of crypto investors, 300,000 of them. We started doing a drip email campaign on Friday. That's why I said this drip campaign just started going out on Friday. So it's going to go until the end of the week. We're going to start dragging in a lot of those people into our coin. So again, our coin, as you guys know, has gone up significantly, right? So we're excited to see how much more it can go up as we're putting for the first time, a lot of marketing efforts into a coin on an exchange. So 300,000 contacts that we're directly marketing out to. We also pushed out some, we've already been doing it, but continue doing Facebook ads, Google ads, LinkedIn, Telegram. Our Telegram's always booming. We're about 33,000 people on our Telegram, plus our Facebook, LinkedIn. I mean, we have close to about 90,000 followers plus. And, with this big push to these 300,000 new crypto investors, boy, we're excited to see how many followers we're going to start getting next week. So, as far as, I hope you guys have been watching our videos that we've been putting out every week. We apologize for not getting one out this last week. As you guys heard, we've been quite busy with investors, so that's been our priority. This coming week, we will be doing 2 videos with some guest appearances. So we'll be talking about further details about the market, cryptocurrency, how it relates to UBETS and some of the advantages versus some of the other coins that are out there. So please do look out for our YouTube channel to be looking out for those videos that are coming out. And again, if you guys are not subscribed to our YouTube station, please do, because we have a lot of amazing content coming out every week. As we promised you guys, we would be doing that. So we will continue to do that. One thing I mentioned earlier was the confusion with Binance Dex. A lot of people do not understand how the platform works of getting a trust wallet or using a Binance Dex wallet. I promised you guys I would put a video together for you, and I have not forgot. There's been some other priorities that are checked off the list now. So this coming week, we will finally get to that video to show you guys and take you through the process So for everybody that does want to use BNB coin and get on that exchange and start buying and trading, which is a pretty good price on there right now as well, we'll put together a video that'll take you guys through the process on how that works. Again, once you see the video, it's kind of one of those things. Once you do it once, you figure it out, right? And even for myself, you know, when I first used Binance DEX, you know, there's like 2 or 3 little things that aren't really crystal clear on what you need to do. So once we show you that in the video, it'll be like an aha moment. Okay, I get it now, right? So, you know, so do look out for that video as well. I will also, since we're on the topic of, you know, showing people how to use an exchange, we'll also make a short video for P2B, B2B. The process is, you know, much easier to use P2B than Binance DEX. So, but we'll still make a video to show you guys how to purchase UBETS, you know, put it into a deposit, you know, make withdrawals. It'll be a short little 2 or 3 minute video to show you the process on how that works. Again, do make sure you're getting on there buying some coin because the price will start going up here very soon. You know, updates on Probit. For everybody that has been following us with Probit, that was our first, our second exchange that we launched on. And unfortunately, there were some technical issues that we've had with them. And I know for those that are following the Telegram room, you know, they keep hearing, you know, oh, it's getting resolved, it's getting resolved, it's getting resolved. Guys, believe me, it is something that we were dealing with basically every night, excluding the weekend. They don't talk on the weekend, but I got a note on Thursday morning, Friday afternoon, I can't remember, that we're looking to get this thing resolved either Monday night, Tuesday morning. So again, do look out for us to reopen up on Probit as well and get things resolved there. If there's an ongoing issue, again, this is not in our hands. We have submitted what we need to get this issue fixed. For those that have purchased on Probit, if there's a continuing issue and we're not able to get this resolved, worst case scenario by Friday, what we will do with you guys is do a one-on-one swap. What that means is if you've purchased on Probit, you show us the amount that you've purchased with, and we will swap the coin so that you can transfer them to P2B, B2B. We'll do that for you guys. So if there's any issues there, again, we'll start doing that on Friday. So we'll make an announcement about that if we don't get this issue fixed by Friday. So do look out for that. Do follow our Telegram. And if you have any questions around that, please do contact us at info@funderone.com. So again, we're working on that every day. We want it to be fixed just as much as everybody does, right? So let's see. Getting that resolved next week. Okay, so for just a reminder for our members that have come in already and are holding their 10%, you need to hold the 10% in your wallet. That is what keeps you guys qualified, and that's what keeps you in line to getting your house funded. Those coins are not for being traded currently right on an exchange. You need to keep them in your wallet. That's what keeps you qualified. Okay. So I just wanted to be clear about that. So I know on the last video, there may have been some slight confusion where I said, oh, you're going to be able to start trading on an exchange. That's for new purchasers, right? For new people that are not members that are looking to purchase the coin and start trading right away. And all they're doing is looking to trade. That's what I was referring to. As far as our members that are putting 10% into their wallet for a house, okay, so again, looking into November, we're looking to get many of those houses funded. So make sure that you stay in line there so that we can keep everything in order and make sure we don't lose you. Okay, so that's going to be extremely important for us. Let's see. You know, another thing, guys, you got to remember, one thing we've been working diligently on, even for our early members that came in, nobody's losing anything. We started this coin, can you believe? I think it was less than $1. I believe so. Less than $1. So, I don't know if you guys have been on the exchanges lately, but it's over $300. And, again, I've worked with a lot of different projects, and, for, the amount of exposure that we're building, the amount of interest that we're building, and the use cases that we've put together, just the few that we've put together in houses that we've been able to close, look how much the coin shot up. So when we close our next 100 houses, 200 houses, 300 houses, can you imagine what your $1 coin that's turned a $300 coin, when we close 3,000 times more homes than we've already closed now, can you imagine what the price is going to go up to? This is like no other coin that's out there. So for those that are holding coins currently right now, believe me, you haven't lost anything right now. You've made a lot of money with this so far. So again, thank you for your patience, but the investment was definitely worth it. So that's something that I wanted to remind everybody what UBETS is doing every day. As we're waiting for investors and we're getting on exchange, our goal is to increase the value of the coin price. And that's something that I'm diligently working on as well. And we've done a pretty amazing job in doing that so far. So, our goal, by the end of year, first quarter 2021, we're almost there. Look to us to get over 1,000. Who knows? I'm just trying to be conservative as I always do, but that's something very exciting for us as we're moving into the end of the year, increasing the price of the coin and closing more projects. That's what we're all about right now, right? So, we wanted to keep this meeting, in line. I wanted to go into a little bit more depth. I know what people want to ask about. They want to ask about exchanges. They want to know about projects. So I hope I've covered the majority of those questions. Again, we're focused on funding. We're focused on Probit. We're focused on P2B. We're focused on providing more detailed how-to videos and content. So for those that do have questions, we'll have areas, FAQ areas for them to go directly to get answers. But again, if you do have questions, please info@funder1.com, email us there. And that's where we've been most responsive for everybody. So we wanted to keep the video short. So again, our goal going into the end of 2020, making money and closing home, guys. That's what we're doing. And we're really happy to have you guys a part of this project. Funder1, get ready for this rocket ship. This is an amazing ride that we've been on so far, and just wait to see what happens in the next couple of months, guys. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Again, there's a couple things that I want to go over. Talking about last time, I mentioned that it will be a lot easier. It will be a lot harder for anybody to get in touch with me. And Mr. Daniel just mentioned that as far as what we're doing on the background. Now, we already have, last time I mentioned that we're going to have different agents in different areas to cover the need of the members. Now, what we did in the meantime, we have 3 ladies that are part of the funding platform, which means they work with the investors. We have some people know about Nancy, some of them know about Laurie and Claudia. Those 3 ladies will be the one, what they have been for the past couple weeks, answering all the questions, which means if you already have a property and your property is in escrow or title, which means Nancy, Laurie, and Claudia, those 3 already have your file in the queue. They already know what you need to do. So that's why they are the one contacting you about what you need. Usually they talk to the title company first, and if there's anything needed on our side, they will contact you directly depending on the issue that you have. Now, I understand that a lot of you tried to call me and you haven't been able to reach me. It's not that I'm ignoring anybody. It's just that for the past few weeks, we've been so busy concentrating on bringing the platform to a place. That's why last month I mentioned that. I said it would be hard for you guys to get in touch with me. I was gonna set that up. But now we have the leaders in the meantime to handle every single client who's already have a property and have issues with the title. Since we have a little issue right now as far as funding. Now, we already, we had a meeting last week about that for the clients that are already on extension on whatever property they're purchasing. And right now, they're contacting the, as of last week, they contacted the title company and the agents to let them know that they're willing, the funder or the funding department is willing to overfund just to make sure that the client stays in that contract, which means, let's say you have a deal that's it's already an extension and the seller want to back out. Okay, what they're saying they can do, or they are willing to do, they will overfund to the seller, which means the seller, the buyer is not going to lose anything, number one, and the seller will collect more money. Now, we have one scenario where it's a new property. The seller already asked for an extension. I mean, not an extension. She said, well, I'm going to charge you per day until we close. Now, the funder were to contact that particular seller or the builder and told them, okay, no problem, we will overfund, which means, let's say the property was $400,000. Now the seller say, okay, I'm gonna charge you $150, $200 per day until you close. What the funders are doing, they say, okay, let's calculate that and see how much it is, and then they add it to the funding. Remember, the bottom line is you will have a house free of debt, regardless. But the bottom line is really on our side is for you to have the house that you already signed on. You see that? So by overfunding, which means we will satisfy your seller, so they don't cancel your contract, that actually give you more time and give you more time, give us more time, so we can fund the project for you so you don't have any issues. Now, there's another thing that I spoke with one of our colleagues in Florida. He mentioned to me that some of our clients, just the second that they enter into title, they start baxing their items, their assets, or whatever they have in that house. We're telling you guys, this is not the way real estate works. Real estate doesn't work that way. If you buying a house, until you have your keys, you do not pack up. There's more than one reason for that. Number one reason, when you go and see the house, they have furniture all over the house. You cannot really review the house. You cannot really see all the holes they have behind the bed, behind the couches, behind anything. You cannot see those things, which means after you close, when the seller actually moved out, that's when you find out, oh, I didn't see that. They didn't disclose it. They didn't disclose it. But now it's too late because they already got the money and gone. Now, if you pay already and you already give notice to your landlord, now you have an issue. Why you have an issue? Because you have to fix that hole on the wall before you move in. So what we're telling our people is that not to do that, not to go out there and packing all your stuff ready to go. What you do, you wait until you have your keys. Now you can go to the property on the daytime, not at night, on the daytime to review, to see, to make sure that everything is in order. Now, if everything is in order, that's when you go, okay, now I'm ready to move in. Don't give sellers notice, or your landlord, don't give them notice until you're ready, because you can always extend it to another 30 days. Now you have your keys, you can take your time, no pressure to move out and give the key back to the landlord. It is extremely important to do that, because I do not like when, I don't really want to hear from now on anybody that call us or talk to one of our agents to tell us, okay, we already packed, we're ready to go, and we don't know where to go now. No. Please do not do that. Now, the second thing is, I know that Mr. Daniel actually mentioned that, is about members losing on our project. Thank God, absolutely. There's no way anybody will lose a penny on our platform. Number one, when you purchase the coin, the token, you purchase at a lower price, at a discount. And now the value is a lot more than what you paid for it. So how can you lose? You're not losing anything. And now we're coming with other program now. If you're already tied up in a contract, we're doing anything in our power on this side to actually extend the contract for you, and by us overfunding your project so you can get what you want. So all we want our people to do, like Mr. Daniel just mentioned here, be patient. If it's good, if we have to follow all the rules, which mean the outside rules, I'm talking about the courthouse, the county recorders, all those things, it will take a little time. Investors, the way they look at it, they want to see that what we did it the right way. We don't want to rush into anything and try to put pressure on them and for them to back out. Mr. Daniel just said very clearly, we've been talking to a lot of them. Some of them already have funds, and some of them say, okay, we want to see more. We want to see, I mean, this is part of the business. It's unfortunate that's what it is, but guess what? At the end of the day, you will have a home with no debt. And second, the house that we have right now, I'm sure you heard about what's going on here in the United States or all over the world. When it comes to your retirement, you see, you work so hard and you say you build a 401k or any asset that you bought while you were working. And now they say the 401k, whatever you think that you save is gone. With our program, that will allow you to have a very good retirement. Why? Because after you purchase, you close your transaction. Whatever you use, the 10% that you use to purchase UBETS to have in your account, the 10% is still available to you. It's in your account. You can use it. So you can use that as a retirement platform for you to receive money or use every day. Just like we mentioned so many times, we are working right now or talking at least with Costco, Sam's Club, and BJ's, all those big box stores. So if anything that you want to purchase, food and whatnot, I mean, right now you go to Costco or Sam's Club, you can, if you want to fly, go on vacation, you still can buy your tickets there. I mean, there's so many things that we try to do to make it easier for you after you finish with your home, you can have a better life. The opportunities are there. The programs, we already have it. I have all the programs in our book to do for you, actually for all of us. We're just looking for you to be patient. And believe me, like the two members that we already closed, they're very happy right now. Why? Because they don't have nobody in black or blue suits knocking on the door, say what they're doing there. And this is the part that the investors love, because they can see it. The transactions were closed, recorded at the courthouse, the county recorders. It's on the blue screen in Bloomberg. If you know how to do that, there's a way you can go on and take a look at your property up there. Why? Because it's also registered in blockchain. And being at the county recorders also bring it up on the blue screen, which means you have a real asset recorded in your name when to close your transaction. Everything is legal. That's why the investors, they love our platform. So please, members, we love you guys because you guys have been with us for a while. And I mean, the road was tough. Yes, it was. But guess what? With God's help, we are able to get to where we are. Now, like I mentioned earlier, every month, we're going to try to bring a member or two on the platform so he can talk with us, tell us what's going on and what they're doing, to make us better. And that's the game that we have. That's the plan. Now, there's another thing that I wanted to.
Hey, Cedric. Couple of things real quick, yeah, if you don't mind. Because I'm going through some of the chat questions. I got quite a few here. So here's the first thing. There was one great question, so I'm gonna feed off on it because I'm noticing we have about 175 people on here. Okay, but when you look at our YouTube page, we don't have 175 people signed up, which means we need to get some of these people subscribed. Okay, so real quick, let me show you real quick what you need to do to get yourself subscribed to the channel. So when you go to sorry, hold on. Okay, when you go to the screen, what you have here is the UBET page. What you're gonna do is you're gonna type UBET token channel. Okay, you go to YouTube, you type UBET token channel. When you type UBET token channel, it will bring you to the UBET page. When you get to the UBET page, okay, you're gonna see this, okay, and this is what you look for. Okay, this is very important for you to look for it because you're gonna see a red button that says subscribe. What you're going to do is you're gonna go ahead and click on that button. When you click on it, it's gonna turn gray, okay? So before we subscribe, it was red. Once we click on it, it turns gray. The other thing, if you notice, next to the subscribe, there's a little bell right there. When you're gonna click on that bell as well. And basically, you're gonna have three options: all, personalized, and none. You're gonna click on all. Why do you want to do that? Because number one, you want to subscribe to our channel, and because if you do, because we're trying to be more responsive to our members, and in order to do so, we need to get to them as quickly as possible. So one of the things that Seth has been spending a lot of his time, and Matthew have been spending a lot of their time in, is to make sure we get as much word out to you guys as we can. And a lot of the word goes into videos that are on that channel. So when you subscribe, you're connected to that channel. And then when you click on that bell, it will give you automatic notification. That means you will know immediately when there's a new video, because several of you have asked about videos and training and information on some things. As we're creating these things, this is where you're going to see a lot of those things. Okay. And there was one other question. Well, two items. First of all, a lot of you are asking questions. Now, I know who's late mainly because I'm the one letting everybody in, but I also know who's late based on your questions, because some of the questions are questions to ones that were already answered. So if I see your chat question matches a question we just answered, you need to come in on time. Okay. But in terms of the questions that you ask, okay, we had said in the last meeting that we would refer it to your group. We cannot answer certain questions because they have specific issues to you. So if you're expecting it to be answered here, it's not going to happen because we have to look at your file and look at everything completely. So we cannot answer in a vacuum. But the general questions, we're trying to get them on to the channel. Okay, so many of the questions you ask are being answered through videos that are being created. As we're finding a way to get those questions answered, we're creating videos so that you can get to it 24/7 anytime you want and don't have to keep calling us and keep contacting us and keep looking for someone. We're making it easier for you to get the questions, the answers to the questions that you're looking for to have. And lastly, we have people that have been raising their hands so they can speak. We are taking questions through the chat for a very simple reason, okay? We're trying to keep this as short as possible. If we give everybody a chance to talk, we'll be here till 9, 10 o'clock. So what I've been doing and what said and Matthew have been doing is we've been looking at the questions, and as we're looking at the questions, we are doing our very best to go through them and keep them as compact and direct as possible. Okay, so I wanted to say that. Now, that being said, do you want me to throw out some questions, or did you want to go ahead and continue?
But there's one more thing that I wanted to talk about, the campaign.
Go ahead.
The campaign that we have, I mean, Mr. Daniel actually did for us here, been doing within the last couple of weeks, and that's to create liquidity. Why we say create liquidity is because what we see in the market, or what we saw in the market as far as investors, most of the investors that we spoke with in different meetings, we found out that there's a way we probably can create our own liquidity so we can fund our own projects. Okay? Because the investors, when they come in, they don't want to just come in and just invest. They want to have a piece. Now, we don't have a problem to give them a piece. That's not the problem. But now, since they saw that the platform is at its infancy, they think that it's a great opportunity for them to capitalize on that. Whereas, by being on the exchanges, we cannot create this, our own liquidity by selling the token, just like Mr. Daniel just mentioned here. We had 95,000 followers. And then in the social media, we have over 300,000 emails that we can actually send out to 300,000 people. I mean, members, I mean, not members, but prospects, right? So now we know that if we market those people, I mean, those members or those prospects, of course, we're gonna sell some of those coins and create liquidity with them, right? But now, without putting aside those investors, of course, we're entertaining all the investors because we want those funds or those projects that we have, we want to fund them now, or we want to fund them last year, for example. But it's just that anybody who's putting money out, they want to know, they want to make sure that the money is secure. That's why Mr. Haswell mentioned that, and Mr. Daniel mentioned the same thing. It's all that they want to make sure. They want to make sure the platform is sound. We have the followers. We have the members. We have this. We have this. We have this. We are registered at the county recorders. We have our own blockchain platform where we can actually upload our project after we close. And they want to see all that. Now they saw that. That's why right now they came back to the table and actually negotiating on that with their attorney. Because people that have money, they don't really talk to you. You talk to the attorney. Talk to the attorney and make sure that we have some type of a contract lined up for us, okay? Now, for the past couple of weeks, we had one that actually signed up and everything was ready to go. When they were ready to push the button, they said, well, oops, one more thing. For this particular month, the funds that they allocated to do projects, because they're not involved just with us, they had other projects. Funds, there's a limit that they could allocate to project for each month. For the month of October, they say they already overpassed that. So we have to wait for early November. What can we do? There's absolutely nothing we can do. That's why right now, like I mentioned earlier, we already made arrangements with different title escrow agents to make sure that the sellers are in good terms so they don't cancel those escrows or titles. So the clients can still have a property and then we can close it and the seller be happy, everybody's happy. So that's what we're doing. We don't just sit down and flip our thumb. No, we don't do that because we don't have time for even myself. I mean, I don't sleep at night, I don't sleep on the day. On the daytime, that's when I can do things here in the United States. But at nighttime, I'm overseas, whether it's Asia, Europe, anywhere, developers, we're always working on something because we have developers, we have in India, which is a different time zone. We have Asia, different, Europe, different, Philippines, all of them, we have to work with those. And sometimes we haven't even all the whole group together, and not just me. We have Matthew or Mr. Daniel, or we have other members or board members that are on the call and taking care of that. So that's why we're saying it's best for them to handle. The ladies already know. They know where every file, they know where they are. So they know what to do to talk to the client directly so they can solve the problems. So that's what we're about to do. And that's why we are here. So we want to make sure that the members understand that. It's just that we do just put them aside, ignore them. It's just that right now where we are, in order for us to keep on going to close those projects, we have to do that. Okay, Jacques, you can put the...
Sid, I just wanted to, sorry guys, it's Matthew again here. I just wanted to say that if you guys, again, we are on P2P, B2B. We have coins on sale there for a couple of cents, couple of dollars, $10, $20, $50, $100, $1,000. I encourage you to go buy some coins on there, right? It's a good investment. Number one, it's tradable. Number two, instantly. And number three, the more volume we're creating on there, it helps all of us. It helps all of us. So even a $10, $20, the more volume and purchasing we're doing on there, it's going to help us across the board. Okay. So again, P2B, B2B, you can go to our Telegram room. You can also go, you know what? I'll put it on Funder1.io, our website. I'll put the link at the bottom so you can click on it. Funder1.io. It'll be on there tonight where you can click on it. But again, the website is p2pb2b.com. And then, you know, go through, set up an account, buy a couple of coins, right? Because again, it'll create more volume for us, which creates more awareness for us, which will create more other investors to come in. Again, every penny that comes into this project goes back to you guys, every penny, and we make that transparent. There's already operational capital. That's for operate. That's set in stone. What we have right now is for the investors. Everything that comes in, as far as coins being purchased, it goes back to you guys. So the more awareness we get, the more exposure we get, will only cycle and come back to build value for the rest of us and the coin that you're holding already, right? So the more coin you're holding, the more value you're going to go up anyhow. So I just wanted to be clear. I've never kind of, pitched that to you guys, but, it's not a pitch really. At the end of the day, it's a good investment, right? And it already helps your already made investment that you've made with us. So I do encourage you guys to do that. And I look forward to seeing you on that exchange as well. So I know we're getting close to our hour here, Sen and Jack. So I think, Jax, if you want to wrap it up, I think we're going to hit our mark here, actually. So why don't you go ahead, and if you don't have any last words, let's go ahead and do it.
Now, the only thing I will say on that, what Mr. Daniel just mentioned here, this is correct. We can do that. But remember, as you purchase for 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents, 25, 50 cents, and you bet on P2P, you're not buying one UBET. You're only buying a percentage of a UBET, because the price of UBET right now is over $300. Mm-hmm. We want to make that clear, because we don't want nobody to come in later and say, well, Mr. Daniel says that we can go and purchase. Yes, you can go and purchase a percentage, just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you can go and buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. You can buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. It's just a percentage of a Bitcoin, not one Bitcoin. It's the same as UBET. We structured the same way, right, Mr. Daniel?
Yeah. To be clear, when I say 10 cents, 2 cents, $1, $10, you're buying a fraction of a coin, guys. One coin UBETS is over $300. Can you believe that? Right? This is a good thing.
Exactly.
you know, one Bitcoin is, my God, it's like $13,000.
$13,000.
I mean, Jesus, you know, it's guys, we're going to be there pretty soon, right? So yes, when I say $1, $2, you're buying a fraction of a coin. There are sell orders on there where you can buy fractions of a coin or a whole coin or 100 coins.
Exactly.
It's on, but you're buying it at the current market value. The current market value for one UBET is over $300. There are fractionalized orders where you don't have to buy a whole, like, you know, I'm not going to go buy $13,000 of Bitcoin, but hey, you know, maybe tomorrow I want to buy a little bit of Bitcoin because the price is going up, right? It's the same thing with UBETs. I could buy 0.001 UBETs, 0.001 Ethereum, 0.001 Bitcoin. It's the same thing, right? So if you haven't started doing it, you should log on to the exchange, buy a fraction of it, and see how it works. I mean, it's pretty simple. We've gone on this new exchange because we wanted the process to be simple for our coin holders. So thank you, Seth, for making that clear.
No problem.
All right, let's try.
Before.
Let's try to get through a couple of questions before we close out. So the first one, I'm gonna go ahead and answer myself because I think I have the answer to that one. Apparently, some people wanted to know who the panelists were. So right now, you have Seth Celestin, the Chief Operating Officer. You have Matthew Daniel, who is our Marketing Director, and you have Abi. I don't want to say his last name because I don't want to mess it up again, but Abi is a blockchain expert. And then you have myself, Jacques Laurent, who is the Technical Services Director. So these are the people that have been talking to you and been trying to address your questions. So the first question is somebody wants to know about a referral program. So I'll rephrase it. It says, how does the referral program work? So basically, I'm going to rephrase by saying, do we have a referral program? And if we do, how does it work?
Yeah, no, great question. Thank you for asking. We're already getting feedback, man. This is great. Yeah, no, a referral program. So I wanted to hear feedback from you guys, the members. Is this something you guys are interested in doing, a referral program? And basically, if we get enough response where, you know, you guys would like to start referring our program to people, we will put together, it's called a referral, or some of you may know it as an affiliate program. And basically we'll give you like a link, right? And you tell your friend, your brother, your auntie, your cousin, your neighbor, whatever, you're playing golf, whatever the case may be, you know, meet somebody at a park, you show, hey, look, I got these UBETs. This is what they're doing. You should take a look at them. If you're interested in buying some, you know, make sure you use this link. And that's the link that we give you guys. And then either it'll give you a kickback of the coin based on how many that they're going to purchase. You'll get a percentage of them, right? So if that's something you guys are interested in doing, you know, please do let us know. We'd love to put that program together, but you know, so that's basically how it works. And if you guys think we should do it, give us some feedback. You know, do email us, let us know. Go in our Telegram room, just say, yeah, we like to do a referral program. You know, we'll start putting that together. We'll put the effort to do it. But we think it's, I believe we're at a point now where there'll be an opportunity to do it. Again, we have a lot of investors coming in at our point in time, right? So, you know, when those investors hit and we do our next 100 homes that we're closing, man, I'm telling you, like this project, again, it's a rocket ship, you know, it's going to take off, right? I mean, we're going to really disrupt the real estate market. I mean, so it's yeah, I don't want to get into all that, but I get excited when I say that, but yeah, it's really exciting. So yes, so we get back on track. Referral program, it'll be like an affiliate program. Do give us some feedback. If you guys are interested in doing it, I'll start putting that together for you guys.
Okay, great. So I'm going to try to throw in a couple of quick questions before we wrap up. One question that was asked was, yeah, hold on a second. Oh, it has to do with Binance. I know we had announced Binance last time, And the question is, how come I haven't been able to transfer my funds to Binance.us? I attempted and the funds were put back on the UBETS site. So do you, how are we with Binance? Did we get all the issues resolved? How are we doing there?
With Binance US, is that what the question? We're not on Binance US.
Okay, so excellent.
That's
So,
that's probably the issue. So yeah, so let me do my best to answer that, right? We are currently listed on Binance Dex, right? And that's what we covered last time on the video. So again, there's no issue with the exchange, right? And no offense to anybody, because again, I had issues myself. It's user error, right? It is the issue of using a wallet that they want us to use to get on there and start buying, right? So as I promised you guys, I'll put together a tutorial video now that I can get to it. Again, you know, I've been focused on investors, right? Because that's the most important thing. But now that we have a couple of those in deeper conversations while we're waiting for their due diligence package to come back to us, I can get back to making some of these videos for you guys. So I'll focus on making a Binance Dex video to show you guys how you can start using that platform as well. So I hope that answers your question.
awesome, awesome. Had a couple questions on the P2P, B2B platform. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm seeing PVBB. I'm reading what I say. So they wanted to know the link, and basically, I guess they want a little more information on it. So did you want to share anything else about the P2P and B2B platform?
Yeah, can I put share it on the chat with you right now, where you can share it with them, Jax? Does that work?
Sure. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Let's do that now. Let's make life easy for everybody spending their Sunday with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Let me. What is this? This is in my way. So here, I put one link there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will do one more link. There's two links. You can buy on P2B, B2B on Ethercoin or Bitcoin UBETS. So there's one link. There's two links.
Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and send that to everybody right now. And they should have it. So let me go to the next question. So hold on. Screen moved. You have to excuse me. Okay.
While you're looking it up, Jack,
go ahead,
I was
go ahead.
say, guys, we're going to put it on the chat. So I think if you push chat on the bottom bar, if you move your mouse around and you click chat at the bottom, it should be able to pop up there. If you guys are looking for the links for P2B, B2B, if you click chat at the bottom bar, it should pull up there, and you guys can then click on there and play around with it.
Okay. So the next question, it has to do with exchanges. Actually, a couple of questions that are related to exchanges, and then we'll wrap it up. What the question is, to kindly give a brief overview of the different exchanges that UBET has used and listed as its. So I guess the person's view is that P2P, B2B is our latest preferred newest platform, to quote what is said. Can you explain, is P2P, B2B our latest preferred platform, and how does it relate to our other platforms out there?
Yeah, so P2B, B2B is part of a strategy, guys. We're gonna list on multiple exchanges, right? For different reasons. We have different investors. We have different demographic locations, geographic locations, and we're trying to open up with different exchanges. Part of our funding process is liquidity, right? So we have to open up on multiple different huge exchanges, and it's a stepping process, right? You can't just jump to the top exchange right away, as much as we love to, right? We gradually graduate to the better exchanges. So look, we have Binance Dex, which is huge because now we're into the Binance, call it like an ecosystem. They're going to be a monopoly, guys, here pretty soon. They're going to be the king of crypto. So we're already embedded in their system. That was done strategically. Then we hopped over to Probit. Probit is a top 60 exchange. They're huge and one of the biggest in South Korea. There's a ton of volume on there. And market in that demographic area, geographic area. For those that don't know a lot about, how exchanges work, to give you a little bit of background and substance why we want an exchange in Korea. You say, well, why Korea? Well, why not here? Well, Southeast Asia, of all the volume done on exchanges for people that buy cryptocurrency, about 80% of it is done in Southeast Asia. So that's why we want to be there, because that's how we can create liquidity for you guys, right? So we have to be listed and we have to be in that type of an environment so that we can utilize it, right? Take advantage of it, right? So that's why we're on Probit. And then P2B, B2B, again, KYC, it allows US investors, our members, will be able to go in there, buy and sell. They are in Estonia is where they're at, right? So Europe, we're moving over into Europe, which is big for us. Again, we want to be worldwide. I know we're starting here. Our members are strictly in the US, but eventually we're going to be doing homes worldwide. So Estonia is our next step. They're a top 50 exchange. We're going to start lining up our next exchange in the next 2 weeks, hopefully sooner, but we've already started a process there. They're going to be a top 30 exchange. So you can see where I'm going here, guys. It is a process. You cannot get on the top exchange until you start building volume and members and noise in the market. So you can get on some of these bigger exchanges to get accepted on there. So that's why our strategy is built the way it is, with a lot of other details, but to give you a little bit of insight on why we're doing it this way. You're muted. You're muted.
Sorry. You hear me now?
Yep, gotcha.
Okay, I'm gonna throw out one last question and then we could wrap up. So basically, we have older members that have been waiting on UBETS, and so I'm going to combine two questions really because they kind of fall together. So we have some that have been waiting for a while. They want to know what they need to do to get their project going, and then so basically there's a couple of questions related to how to get projects going and so forth. Who do they need to speak to and so forth. So I figured I'd lump them all, about 4 or 5 questions like that, lump them all together. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, that's I think there are people in different parts of the process, right? So again, for those that have already started the process where they've purchased 10%, they put it in their wallet and they've gotten a qualification, a letter from us. The next thing for us is for us to do our part, right? And that's what we said during the first 20 minutes of this video is that's what is funding, right? So we're looking to close funding for those next projects that are in line. Again, if you weren't able to hear the in-depth answer to that, this is recorded and we will put it up on YouTube. So please do listen to it there. But if you've already got your 10%, you've put it in your wallet, you've gotten your letter, there's nothing more you can do at this point in time. Now is our job to close the next round of funding, which we're very close to doing. And you guys are next in line. So there's nothing else to it. There may be some more intricate answers and questions in between people somewhere in between the process, so, it would be like a one-on-one answer, Q&A if you guys have, and again, info@funder1.com. Please reach out to us if it's something else that you're looking to get answered.
This is awesome. So basically, it's going to be time to wrap up, and I'm going to mention something.
Let me say something before we close out, Jack.
And said before you say something, I'm gonna say, did you want to mention about agents training, anything like that? Did you want to mention that? Okay, so I'll go ahead and cover this and turn it over to you. So basically, one of the issues we have talked last time that we're working on having representatives in each area. So one of the things that we're working on, and I've been working very closely on that with Cedric, is to have good solid representation. As we said in this meeting and other meetings, this is a relatively new product. So not everybody's gonna know how to make it work right away. So what we're going to do is make sure, hopefully before the year ends, we're gonna announce it. Everyone that are agents or that are aspiring to be agents, we will have a training and you will be part of it, and we'll make sure you're certified on the UBETS product. That way, proper information will come from you going to our members. And when the members come to you, you'll be able to answer the questions, because a lot of the questions are not being answered, partly because, you know, they all are going to SED, and SED is human. There's only 24 hours like everybody else. There's only so many calls he can answer. So we're trying to make sure that everyone that is down the chain knows what needs to be done and how the process works. So look for that. There's going to be an announcement on the training dates so that everybody can be clear on the process of basically we're talking managing your wallets, because there's several questions here about wallets, how to get to my wallets. We know not everyone is as tech savvy as others. So we want to make sure that everybody is able to get into their wallets, be able to manage their wallets, be able to go to the different exchanges, and be able to get their projects kicked off. And once their project kicked off, that we're able to smoothly go to the end of closing, which everybody will be excited about. So look for that, and you'll be hearing from us. So at this point, I'll turn it over to you, Cedric.
Okay, very good, Jack. Thank you. If anyone within the group here that's who's online and wants to who's in Hawaii, for example, we have two representatives in Hawaii. We have Jeff or Jeffrey, and we have Alina, and both of them are already on the website. You can check them out, and they're also on Twitter, and they're on YouTube, they're on Facebook, they're on everything. So if you guys want to do anything in Hawaii, you can contact them directly, and they will be more than happy to assist you in whatever you need to do. And again, I really thank the panel here. Mr. Harshwal, he had to leave because he had a previous appointment that he had to go to. We have Mr. Daniel. Thank you again for your assistance and try to help us to make this project or platform better. And also Mr. Laurent, and I thank you for handling the platform for us so that way we can do better. And that's basically what we are about. And we just like anything else. If you want to be great, you have to work at it. You have to do it better. You have to change. And basically that's what we're doing. That's why Mr. Laurent here just mentioned those things that we plan on doing. We have to do those classes to certify agents, because we do not want agents to be out there just saying anything to the people. And basically that's what I talked about earlier today. And we're going to have them throughout the country and the world, basically. And that's our plan. Because even the investors, some of them already been out there in the world, just like Mr. Daniel mentioned earlier. And that's why they want to be part of us, because they can see the platform. We don't have to be in any specific state. We don't have to be in any specific country. We can actually fund projects all over the world, and they love it, because some of them are, like I said, already been out there doing projects. So I thank you all for participating in this meeting tonight. Our plan is to have this general meeting once a month, and unless we have something that we really have to share with you, and we will announce that, and we'll make it happen. So from now, I say thank you, and I appreciate every single one of you, because every single one of you that's on the platform right now, you are the one that make it keep on going, because you push us to the limit to actually make it happen for all of us. It's not just one person, it's for all of us. And at the end of the day, we all will have a very good retirement, and we'll have a home free of debt. And that's the plan. Mr. Lawrence, you can take us out.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Celestin, Mr. Daniel, and Mr. Wall. Did I mess it up again?
Harshwal.
Hashwal. Okay. This is the end of the meeting, everyone. Once again, we can't thank you enough for taking part. We hope this has been helpful and help you to better understand and be clear. These meetings are a result of your work. You ask for information, you ask for better information, you ask for a better process, and that is what Funder One is trying to do. So keep sending the information, even if you think your answer is not being forthcoming. Trust me, you know, we see them all, and we're working on them diligently to make it happen. So keep coming to our meetings. Look forward to seeing you at our next meeting. That will be a good night to everyone. Good night.
Thank you.